Hey everyone. So here's the full video. I'll do the full video again, including the ones I didn't take and for the reasons why. And I think we discussed on Paul's session this afternoon. Obviously, some people we know haven't got um, the Wyckoff heat map here in the middle. So for this video, I'm going to turn this off completely. I'm probably not going to use it again. It's just easier not to use it. But we do have a solution. As I think, yeah, well, we'll just go through it anyway. It gives us the same result. So we're going back quite a way. So there are scans that have happened afterwards, and this is majority of what you're going to see is the 15-minute. All of these scans were taken on the hour, and then we're taking the, as you can see here, the wave up on the 15-minute. So you've got the whole suite here. Again, we talked about this afternoon. It's going to be the indicator we're going to use instead of Wyckoff, but we're still going to keep this to here, and we're still going to keep the rules in place, and the rules are very, very specific. So wave up, green band for a buy, obviously blue for a buy. May change this, and down here we've got the histogram as green, and we've got the blue line above white. Now these aren't the default colors for this, and I'm sure all of the live traders will have different settings, but this is the way I do it. So just to recap, so blue has to be of white, over white. White is the deadline, no trade. So blue down here, you wouldn't take the trade. And the histogram, the green here, has to be above. So that's the first one, and I think we've did that. You've seen that already, so I'll make a note of that. It's 11%. Yeah, so although that's showing a scan for a sell here, it was a buy on the 1 hour. And if I scan out, you can see where so it's a large one. I mean, I'm not sure I can get this on the screen. It's about 650 pips, I think it was. So that was a buy, and yeah, duration of the day, as I said, I think in the previous one. Moving on, I'm going back as far as I can. I've got some scans I missed, I must have deleted. So here's where the scan comes in, where it says APH extreme. And these are the 15-minute alerts. So we've got one here on NAS 100. And again, we are seeing the pitchfork, the first, actually not the first, sorry. This would have been the first buy, and the conditions are correct. So we've got a green wave here, and we've got blue above white and the histogram above everything else. So unfortunately, if you'd have taken that one, that would have been a loss. Depending on where you put your stop loss. So if you put your stop loss on the bottom of these, you'd have been stopped out when this pulled back. If you'd have put the stop on the bottom of here, you might just have made it with spread. I'm not sure what that brick is to the bottom. Yeah, it's not enough. So we'll count that as a loss. That's fine. So that's one down, minus one. And then again, here we managed to have another up here. I'm taking the stop to the bottom of this candle here, just to give it a bit more room because it is an indices. And it does manage 1 to 2.9 or 2.29. Again, it does pull back to the 200 moving average and then carries on a little bit further. So if you didn't get out there, you can get out there at the same point. Okay, moving on to Okay, that one hasn't moved much at all. So would be a scan there. Again, wave up, green line, but the blue, as you can see, is below the white, so that's an invalid entry. I wouldn't take that on principle because that blue line is below white. Doesn't necessarily matter about the histogram. It has to be, you know, what I said, it has to be above this white line. So in effect, it's 1 confirmation, 2 confirmations, 3 confirmations, and the histogram 4. All have to be correct. So yeah, that wouldn't be a trade. What we've got next? Okay, CAD Chef. I think the only issue with this one is that I didn't take it off this candle here because, as you can see, I mean, it is borderline. If I zoom in there, it is borderline that blue line is above. So I waited the next candle, entry off the bottom of this candle, and stop loss above on the wick of the wave down candle. And as you can see, on that candle, it has cleared and it starts to move up considerably, coming down. And then, you know, I think I mentioned in the previous video, you can either use what they recommend. I've got the actual recommendations turned off, but I always look for price action. So, you know, TP1 for me would potentially be, you know, just here on the, taking out this low. You can obviously use the Fibonacci, or you can use the median line. But this scan did push down considerably. I mean, all of those are all bearish candles. There's no bullish candle until this one here, and then it's a, you know, it's a candle that still has momentum pushing down. And you cross the 200 moving average as well on the median line, so that's, you know, it's a big candle. There's a lot of momentum in that. So that would be TP1 for me, and obviously TP2 at the bottom of here, this low, and then you just keep going down and just, you know, it did actually wick this bottom of this one, so you could have got out there as well, or there. It's just looking for lows. That's all it is. If you mark that, it's literally does wick it through. So that's a really good trade. That is really good. Euro USD. Not sure that there was a trade on this one, so it would be a sell. Again, you know, when you stick to the rules, that is a valid trade. The only other thing that I kind of look at when I take trades is the following candle. I like the following candle to be actually in the same direction. So that's a tip. You know, it's not often the case, but it should, you know, if it's got momentum, if this candle's would be a bit larger and breach and close the actual candle body, close below the 200, then you know, I would have taken that, you know, quite happily. But the fact that it didn't reach it and then bounced on the next candle in the wrong direction, that might have kept me out of the trade, but we'll call that as a loss of 1%. Yeah, that's on the hour. Huh. Just noticed that. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's have a look on 15. Okay, because sorry, it's a scan. Yeah, of course. I was talking about. I think Paul has a slightly different strategy. I'm not keen on trades that go above the top of the pitchfork, but that would have been a valid trade. to there. That those two wouldn't be valid trades because there's no momentum there. The actual, well, it's the green candles for a starter. We're looking for sells, so there's nothing else in that for me at all. Possibly that one, yeah. So we could take that. What would that be? Entry off the bottom of the candle, previous high. So yeah, 1 to 1.6. Euro Chef. I think I took this on a 5-minute. I think this was one covered in the other video. Yeah, 5-minute candle, 5-minute wave down. Blue above white, red histogram, good volume. Stop above here, so that's a fairly big stop, so it's 11.9 pips. And again, if you look to the left, you'll see TPs. You know, I just use this, that's all they use. Another one there, TP2, TP3. No, it didn't make TP4, but TP3 there would have been great. That's around 4.5%. GJ. Okay, so that's the first alert we had. The 15 would be no trade for me because again the blue's below white. There's volume there, but it has to be above, so that would be no trade. We'll skip the scan. We'll look at it. Uh, 15. Again, instantly blue below white. Move on. Don't even look at anything else on that. GU. We covered GU already. And I think that's today, isn't it? Yeah, this is today. So missed this one. I wasn't about this morning. On the 15, I believe. Yeah, on the 15. Red hold down, wave down, blue above white, histogram above both. Great trade, 1 to 7. Again, look the other way. TP1 here or TP1 there, TP2, TP3 possibly, or the median line, which it, tapped perfectly. Everybody enjoying this, I hope. It's definitely different to I am. EJ. Again, 2 short trades here. Big momentum on this one, bounced off. So again, as I referred to previously, I really want the next candle to be pushing the same way, pushing down as opposed to coming back up. But it's a valid entry, and I'm not sure what you get out of that, but you'd have to be pretty much at the charts to see it. So entry at the bottom of the candle, Stop at the top. I mean, really, you'd have to be, yeah, you'd have to be out there, or even, you know, there. It's negligible. You wouldn't, you know, you may break even on that at all. We'll call it as a loss. AJ. Okay, I don't see anything on AJ at all. It's just pushed up. There's been no wave down, wave up after the D. GJ we've done. U chef. U chef on a 15. So yeah, you'd have be a buy there. Stop at the bottom of the previous candle, or wherever the line indicates. Well, made it to there, so 1 to 5.8. Yeah, a bit slower. Big push down though, not really any TP1s or TP2s. It's just a case of following it and probably sticking to what the sticking to the TP lines for the pitchfork. And that's heading just, well, it hasn't quite got to the pitchfork, but it's certainly the Fibonacci line there. GU we've done. EA. Not a valid trade. Blue below white, so no good. Euro J. I've already marked this one up. No, I did this one earlier already. EA is a duplicate. So these are just duplicate wave downs. Yeah, same one. EJ. AJ we've done. Yep. US 30 and chef. I think this is the only one I've actually marked up wrong. I'm not sure it was on the original video. And chef, it is an early entry. It should have been on the candle after, so the stop should have been there. My bad. But yeah, valid trade. We're in the green, not pushing up. We've got the wave up, blue above white, and the green histogram. Euro USD. So what was that one? And chef 4.48. Euro USD. AJ, don't use chef. And I've got 5.8. These are going to be great figures. They really are. It's certainly going to be bigger numbers than we looked at on the previous video, just because there's an extra few trades. I just want to make sure I've covered them all. I'll have to check this Euro GB, Euro USD, J, chef. No, can't see anything there at all. There's no wave ups at all. No, no trade. NJ. J, these are all duplicates because it's been a couple of days. But one thing I will say, the scans are absolutely massive. So, you know, just looking at this scan here, it's going to contradict me now. That's already 108 pips. You know, some of the bigger ones, 600-700 pips. You could have multiple entries on, you know, from the pitchfork. Let's just go back to the original list, make sure I haven't missed any Eurocad. I think Eurocad was probably the big one, was it? Seems so slow when you're trying to do anything recording. No, we've got that. CAD Chef we've done. Euro Chef. Yeah, done that one. Okay, so that just about rounds it up then. Let me show you, just go through some of the settings. So the whole suite is default settings straight out of the box, nothing to mess with whatsoever. I think the only thing I've changed and the settings that I seem to be happy with these is this 90. That's the only setting I've changed in here, and that's for the Wadarata at the bottom. I've changed the colors. If you want my colors, then you should be able to pause the video and get those figures from there. And the style, that's what I'm using. If you want to match that. Okay, I'll wrap it up there. I'll try my best to get some of the alerts into the group, probably into Discord somewhere. Watch this space. Hopefully we can automate that, and we can have harmonic alerts for everybody then. Okay, guys. Thanks. Talk to you soon.